Today, a private funeral for Minnesota state lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark. The couple, as you may recall, along with the family's dog, were gunned down at their home 2 weeks ago in what police are investigating as a politically motivated attack. CBS's Cummings is outside the Basilica of St. Mary's in Minneapolis.
Minnesota remains a state in shock, Jerica. Over 1,000 people attended the funeral, including state lawmakers from both sides of the aisle. Mourners stood as the caskets for Melissa and Mark Hortman were brought to the church altar.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the lives of Melissa and Mark Hortman.
Former President Joe Biden and former Vice President Kamala Harris were in attendance. Governor Tim Walz honored Melissa Hortman for her 2 decades of public service.
Melissa Hortman will be remembered as the most consequential speaker in Minnesota history.
A solemn procession followed, with Walz presenting the Hortman children the flags that flew over the state capitol the day their parents were killed.
She used her power to give a voice to people who didn't feel like they had a voice, and I hope that's how she's remembered.
Thousands turned out at the Minnesota Capitol on Friday, where the couple was lying in state. Next to them, their beloved dog, Gilbert. The golden retriever was severely wounded in the attack and had to be euthanized.
I'm sad and I'm angry, and I wanted to come and stand quietly for a moment and appreciate them.
The Hortmans were gunned down at their home 2 weeks ago. The suspect, Vance Belter, accused of impersonating a police officer and wearing a mask. Prosecutors say he also shot and seriously wounded Minnesota State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. A manhunt for his arrest lasted 2 days. Police say Belter had a hit list of 45 elected officials, all Democrats. He made a second federal court appearance yesterday, telling the judge he hasn't slept in 14 days. His lawyer complaining lights are on around the clock and his client doesn't have a pillow. State lawmakers we spoke to after the funeral say they are heartbroken, Jerica. They vow to work harder to put politics aside and find a shared humanity.
So sad. Cummings in Minneapolis, thank you.